Welcome to Tampa Bay. We buck 'em up when we raise the flag. Fire the cannons and seize the day. The crew's ready, all hands on deck. No party.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You know who I am. I'm hanging out with my co-host Stank and Poppy Latte, and you're watching The Loose Cannons, brought to you by Sauce and Wings. Keep it Tampa Bay sauced up with the best wings, loaded mac and vegan/vegetarian friendly options. Sauce and Wings, stay saucy. Also brought to you by our friends over at For the Bay Clothing, Tampa-based, Tampa proud sports merchandise for everything Bucs, Rays, Lightning. Check them out, forthebayclothingco.com. Make sure you use the promo code 4TBLOOSE. You get 10% off your first order. Phenomenal stuff. Guys, we're hanging out with our freaking weekly guest, the legend, the freaking Iceman, Donnie Abraham. Welcome to the show, Donnie. What's going on? We haven't talked in a while. How's it going, man?
It's going great, man. Excited for the show tonight. We're ready to go.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
Long time. I got all this like pent up energy inside. I need to get it out.
2 weeks just sitting here. But you know what? I got to pick a bone with you, Donnie. Because he keeps, we get this weekly thing, the Iceman. You know what I want to see? I want to see a hijacking of our channel. I want to see the Iceman, fire and ice together on the Loose Cannons. Make it happen, Donnie. Make it happen, man. Y'all just take over. We'll just watch. Y'all do your thing. Anyways, let's talk about Washington.
Yeah, we'll be the three linebackers, and you guys can be the corners on each side. We'll just do a 5-box. It'll be fucking beautiful. We'll set it up. Listen, Donnie, we're coming off the bye week. Everyone's excited. We're rested. We obviously know we're self-scouting. We're taking care of things behind the scenes, but big news coming out of the Buccaneers facility. 2 players are coming off the IR. They're in that 21-day window where they can come back and play. One, Scotty Miller. Big fan of his and Stanker right here.
Wide receiver one.
And then also our friend of the Loose Cannons, a buddy of ours, Sean Murphy-Bunting, coming in. Looks like he's been practicing. He's been itching to get back. He says it's been 8 long weeks. He can't wait to play football again. He's been practicing this week. Donnie, walk me through the mindset and what you would be doing as a player to come back off of an injury of that, length, and then how you're going to approach practice this week, and if you're going to jump right in. Just walk me through it from your perspective as a player.
Well, they're both excited to get back. I mean, I know SMB has been out for 8 weeks?
8 weeks.
I'm not sure about Scotty Miller. How long Scotty's been out?
Just about the same thing. I think 7, 8
about
weeks.
The same time.
He played about 3. He played about 3. That was it.
So they're both excited to get back. A few things that happen when you get injured and you're out for that significant amount of time is you kind of recalibrate, so to speak. You kind of realize how important football is, because sometimes you can get lost when it's just going week by week by week. You get caught in the drag of the long season and this and that, and you forget how privileged and how blessed you are to play this game. So that's what both Scotty and SMB has gone through. The game has been taken away from them for a little while. So they are grateful now to be able to get back on the field. And if you heard SMB talk about it, he talked about how excited he is to get back on the field and just be playing football again. Yep. So they're pumped up. They're excited. They're going to be running around in practice this week, ready to go. And they're going to have to get, caught back up to speed pretty quickly.
The cool thing, though, that and I've heard this from other players. I mean, you can speak on it too, Donnie, is that sometimes when players get injured, you feel like you're almost disconnected from the team, right? Like the train keeps going. I mean, it is what it is. But the cool thing, and I'm not saying this because he's a friend of the show, he's cool with us, but every time on Sunday, I'm scrolling my timeline on Twitter. SMB is in the game. I'm talking like play by play, like good stop, good. He is like the entire time he's been active, like following the team and following every play. So that's been pretty dope, because I know sometimes players kind of, not purposely, they just they check out. Like, I'm hurt, the team's gone. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Right. Well, there is a natural disconnect. The big difference is there's a difference between outside the lines and inside the lines. Once you get used to being inside the lines, and what I mean by inside the lines is perimeter of the football field, there's totally different mindset, totally different body language. Everything changes from inside the line, outside the line. So if you're used to starting all the time, when you move outside of that, yes, there's going to be some natural disconnect that you feel, because you're so used to being that starter. Now you're not. So now you're wondering and you're going through that phase of, man, I let the team down because I'm not out there in between the lines. So all those things you got to overcome. And like you said, SMB was involved. He was into it. He was paying attention. Another great thing that happens from outside the line and inside the line is the pressure. The pressure when you go outside the line is lifted. You can be a little bit more joyous. You can be a little bit more excited because you're not in between those lines and stressed out going through those live reps. So guys tend to be more vocal, yes, when they're outside the line, but it's a whole different ball game when you become a starter and you step inside the line that people don't realize. A lot of times people don't realize. You got back quarterbacks who sit for years, and everybody's enamored and loves the backup quarterback until that guy has to actually get into the game, and now he's not so lovable now. So there's the big difference. There's a natural disconnect, and it's up to those guys mentally to get back connected with the perspective offense and defensive side of the balls as fast as they can.
That is all correct.
I was gonna say, not only that, Donnie, he's got a little competition there now. With Cockrell and Delaney, we've seen some of these younger guys step up. I'm not saying that they have his ceiling. None of them do, and it's his job when he comes back 100% healthy. But is there some of that pressure too, seeing somebody else do your job and have some success?
I mean, it is. I mean, you always listen to those guys, especially when you get to the league. Is one of the things you got to be is available, and when you're not available, you can easily be replaced. Now, those guys might not be on the SMB level, but I tell you what, they closed the gap because they got experience playing. So now that they've gotten confidence from the coaching staff as well too, just in case something does happen that the coaches feel pretty good that they can throw those guys back in there and they'll be fine. So definitely, yeah, when you're out that long period of time, it creeps in the back of your mind. But I don't think SMB, that he shouldn't be worried about that because he has to come back into those lines, and he's going to have to produce because nobody's not going to remember, oh, you were injured 8 weeks ago. They're going to remember it's about what you do for us now and going forward.
Donnie, he's been out for a little bit. The Bucs have kind of gone through an easy stretch of the schedule and then had a couple of decent opponents. Obviously, the Saints was the last team we played. We're kind of going into a stretch with a few easier opponents again, right? Yeah, fuck the Saints constantly. Do you bring a guy in and give him the quote-unquote easy opponents to kind of ramp back up into the real physical nature of the good teams you're going to be facing in a few weeks? Or do you keep him out of games like this? So what is the natural progression? What's the approach here from a coaching staff or from even a player's perspective? Do you want him to come out there and get his feet wet against lesser opponent, maybe, limited reps? Or do you try to get him going through practice and then bring him out for the game that matters where you might not really need him this much, against the Redskins, for instance, or Washington football team?
No, you throw him in the fire now.
Okay.
And I'm talking about with the pan hot, burning, flame, everything. Don't wait. He's already been waiting. Those guys already been waiting a long time. You get him back in the fire right away. And one thing that the NFL has proven is there's no easy week in the NFL because you can look at the last 2 weeks, teams that had a 95% chance to win a game didn't win. I'm looking at my pick'ems.
Buffalo lost to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, exactly. I'm looking at my pick'em sheet and I'm just throwing it up in the air like this is ridiculous because these teams should win on paper, but this is the NFL. That's what makes it so great. That's why a lot of people who bet on games lose a lot of money because of that. So yes, schedule-wise and on paper, the Bucs have a little easy road. But this is the NFL. If the Bucs get caught slipping, they can be beat just as easy as some of these other teams. These last
this
few
same
weeks.
Washington team gave us the fight in the playoffs. This same team. Yeah, I know we were missing Devin White, but no, I'm just saying don't just be like, oh, it's an easy team. Why don't we just start all our? Why doesn't Blaine Gabbert start the game?
God,
we'd win. I bet you we'd win.
PTSD. I bet you we win. I bet. Yeah. I would bet. I would heavily bet that we'd win this game with Thunder Thighs. Listen, that team did give us a little bit of a run without Devin White, without AB. playing away. A little bit of a cold weather thing. I know that's not a thing anymore, but still they had to adjust a little bit.
Young guys playing their first playoff game.
Their defense was on a whole nother level last year, bro.
Yeah.
Their defense
we're missing more pieces right now than we did when we faced them last year.
Swiss cheese, man. No, what? They have no defense.
Yeah.
You worried about that offense?
Godwin might be out as well too.
We got TJ. We got TJ. We got wide receiver 1 coming back with Scotty Miller. We got Perriman. Come on, man.
And how dare you not mention Mike Evans?
He's a given. He's a fucking given. You don't gotta mention him.
You know that.
Oh, hey, by the way, also Tom Brady's gonna be playing this game. Get the fuck out of here. You don't have to say that shit.
What?
Come on, man.
I'm saying in addition to Mike, guys that are gonna step up and fill Godwin's role are the ones that I mentioned. Come on, Stanker, get the fuck with it, man.
TJ Money. They call him TJ Money for a reason. He's baby Godwin. I'm telling you guys.
We got Darren Fells.
Actually, Darren Fells is almost 7 foot tall. He's gonna be a red zone threat. Watch. Watch.
I like that.
By the way, Sammer, just a little hot take. I picked up TJ in fantasy. I got Godwin. I picked up TJ. If Godwin doesn't play, I'm putting him in the slot with confidence. I love it.
TJ Money.
Tyler Johnson, bro. What's
I don't know who that is. I only know Johnson.
Do you see what we're dealing with here? Don, he's not watching film.
Why are you on the show? Why are you on the show?
I don't call. We don't call him TJ on the show. Okay, it's Johnson in the slot.
You had to think about that. You had to think. What are the words?
Before I forget, we're talking about SMB. We've asked all these questions about him coming back. I had one last thing to follow up with. When these guys have waited this long, Donnie, I don't know if you've ever had an extended injury. As far as I can remember, I don't think so. I think maybe you missed a few weeks one time with a hamstring, possibly. I don't recall. But when you are out this long, is there a tendency to kind of press, put a little bit too much on yourself, on your shoulders when you finally get out there to play again? And how do you tell a young player like that who probably hasn't had being an injury this long off the field, how do you tell him to kind of chill out and just let the plays come to him?
Well, it's one of the things that I did when I was at the New York Jets. I had a broken shoulder, so I was out, for 4 to 6 weeks, with that. And when I came back, you're going to be a little uncertain. You're going to be a little unsettled, doubtful a little bit. Because with my shoulders, I didn't know how I was going to hit people again. And when I was at Tampa, I did have a sprained MCL that I was out for, about 3 or 4 weeks. So coming back in, you're a little gingerly on that. So he's going to have this little time frame where he's going to have to get adjusted. He's going to have to get used to the speed of the game again. And the one thing he can't do is press, because you got to allow the game and your body to kind of get readjusted to playing some outstanding football. So he's going to have to let the game come to him. He's going to have to kind of, I don't want to say pick and choose when to try to make plays, but he's going to have to learn how to let the plays come to him until his body gets back into the flow of things. And that could be, could be something that takes him a minute. Hopefully he doesn't press too early, because when you press, you start to make mistakes. So hopefully he just ease back in and kind of get in the flow and let the game come back to him. And if he does that, he'd be fine.
And this will also be the first time he's had a veteran like Sherman who can kind of guide him in those waters a little bit too. Go ahead, Latte.
I think the interesting thing too, Donnie, that some people mentioned, but nobody's really talking about it, is that you've talked about it, right? The season, you kind of ramp up and then you're at your healthiest. And then by the time you get towards the end, you're just kind of trying to hold on. And the speed of the game from preseason, from training camp to preseason to regular season to mid to playoffs, he's only played one half of football, guys. I mean, it's not like he played 5 games. He got into a groove, got a nice sweat going, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're out for 8 weeks. He played one half, so he really
looked rusty in that half.
And looked rusty, so he hasn't had the chance to kind of get lathered up here. So
his process kind of starts now. Yeah, I mean, this is like the beginning of the season for him. Preseason, beginning of the season. By the time it gets toward the end of the season is where he should be feeling pretty decent and pretty good. So again, you should look for him to have a strong playoff run again. because he should be at the right phase when the team hits the playoff.
That's not how we do it here, Donnie. Okay, you get off the Peloton, you get on the field, and it's and just like Richard Sherman and 60 snaps.
And what happened? What happened to Richard Sherman?
He's old though.
Yeah, exactly.
SMB's young. He's got
He's
young.
been put up on the shelf.
All I heard was that Donnie could have done it better. That's what. Is that what you're
We
saying?
know
right now,
that
Donnie?
though, but that goes without saying.
You're telling me you.
All I heard was that I mean he did that and then he went and coached our DBs to have an incredible game. Our young guys. Richard Sherman grabbed the headset and he had the playbook and tucked in the pants like a coach. Looked like a season.
Best game of the season. Best game of the season.
Best game of the season.
Listen, it's
what's going to happen?
It's a big deal having
Guys,
that veteran in the locker room.
I agree. How are we feeling, guys, about 12? The last time we talked about 12, he only slept for 1 hour. He punched a locker.
Punched the locker.
He was very upset. Very, very upset. Now he's at his bye week, Donnie. Like Donnie said, you let that marinate for a couple hours, and then you go have some avocado tequila on the beach somewhere, and you disconnect for the week. But now, this week you start coming back to reality. You start remembering some of that fuck the Saints shit that we gave up the game, and you start marinating in that again. And we know that he's a sick individual, so I actually feel bad for Washington. And as a Bucs fan, it's far and few between that I can say I feel bad for a team that's upcoming. But he's sick, and the last time he stepped between the white lines, like you said, Donnie, he was embarrassed.
Last pass he threw was a pick six to end the game.
Pick six.
So.
He ain't happy.
Wasn't the last pass he threw, but you go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's going to be, he's going to come back. He's going to be TB12. I mean, that's who he is. I just want to caution everybody. This is not last year. So don't look at what we did last year after bye week and think the same thing is going to happen. So don't be surprised if they may be a little bump in the road along the way to the end of the season.
I don't accept that.
So what Donnie's saying confirmed, because you're right, Donnie, it's not last season. Last season we came out the bye week, we're like, we're going to be straight. And then we got punched in the mouth. No, whoa. We won, but we got punched in the mouth for the Falcons, went down by 20 or whatever it was. And then JPP had to go in and literally tell everybody what they were going to die from.
2 hands to the face. 2 fingers to the face.
Everyone. We almost lost to Minnesota. Dalvin Cook rushed for 100 yards in the first quarter. I mean, it wasn't what we thought. They pulled out the wins, but it wasn't what we thought. So what Donnie's saying is confirmed. We're coming out sharper this year. Okay, I got it, Donnie. We're coming out sharper. None of this bullshit. And we're going to roll.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna be fine, but just back your mind. Just don't not last year. This new year, we gotta move forward.
Donnie, as long as Bucs don't beat Bucs, right? As long as we don't get 3 turnovers, a pick six, 12 penalties for 195,000 yards.
Fuck the Saints. That was the refs.
Yeah, fuck the Saints. Exactly. As long as we don't have that, I think we'll be fine.
Yes.
And we had the lead at the end of that game, even despite all that crap. So.
I agree.
Guys, it's Wednesday night, right? By the time
it's actually Thursday. It's actually Thursday night.
By the time this pod goes live, who knows what's going to happen with the OBJ watch? Everyone's talking about this fucking thing.
AB already said too many letters.
So no, I get it. I'm down. I totally agree with AB. I don't not AB. BA.
According to my sources,
I don't want it. But I'm interested to hear what an actual NFL player, a DB, also on top of that, would say to the potential, out there that OBJ to the Bucs. Is that what do you think?
You're going to entertain this? You're really going to entertain this?
Bro? I want to hear Donnie's thoughts. Honestly, I want to hear what he thinks of this player.
But it's not happening. Why are we going to elaborate on something that's
we don't know?
Happening?
We don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know. Because Chris Godwin all of a sudden has a foot thing, man.
Samer has sources, by the way.
It's not going to happen.
And listen,
I mean,
Godwin doesn't have a foot thing. Stank has a foot thing. We all know he has a foot thing.
Yeah, that's true.
My feet are strong. My feet are strong, bro.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just curious on what Donnie thinks of OBJ joining any team, like what the mindset needs to be and what he thinks is actually out there.
Who cares?
Well, I kind of think what everybody else think right now because of what OBJ have shown us over the last year, 2 or 3. He hasn't been the same OBJ. And until he does, we're going to keep thinking the same thing.
Say it, Donnie. OBJ is a Kardashian. That's what
Right.
he doesn't care about football.
Right.
He cares about fame,
right.
cares about product lines and all that shit. That's all he cares about.
Listen,
Clicks and that shit.
Please, OBJ, please go join Green Bay. Torpedo that team.
No, I don't want. I want him to join the Saints.
Torpedo him.
I want him to join the Saints.
Do it.
He's a bigger threat in Green Bay than he is in New Orleans.
No, he'll torpedo the fucking the Green Bay. What?
Right. And everybody who, everybody, the sports center and all is talking about his great talent, they still think he can be a top 10 receiver. Well, the last time I checked, the NFL is about go show me. So, he needs to go to a team where he's going to go produce like he's the old OBJ of back in the day. Not like this diva that's going on and, like you're saying, want more social media stuff than actually playing on the football field. He's supposedly healthy right now, so just go out and play football. So find a team. Now that you done got your way out of Cleveland, he needs to find a team and go play football, and then let his play do the talking.
All I saw was the Browns with some no-name receivers go out there and look really good. That's all I'm gonna say about that. As Forrest Gump would say.
It's interesting though that Stank wants him to go to the Saints and you want him to go to Green Bay.
He wants him to go to the Saints so that he torpedoes a team that's already shit. Did you guys watch last Sunday? The last against Atlanta.
Why strengthen Green Bay, who might actually be
no, because he's going to torpedo Green Bay. When he goes there, he starts acting like a freaking diva, and Aaron has all his shit going on with. We all know what Aaron did this last week, and then Devontae Adams getting targeted 20 times a game. OBJ's gonna be like, well, where's my targets? Yeah, please go there and
you know where he needs. You know where he needs to go? To the AFC. Go over there, because if he does come back and beat OBJ, we don't want him nowhere around the NFC.
But he's not going to be OBJ.
We don't know that. He could be.
We don't know.
If he is OBJ, he'll just be the diva that he is and cause shit in the locker room.
The Chiefs seem like a perfect home for him. He can go on the sidelines with Patrick Mahomes' wife and son. Or son, brother, and do some TikToks, right? That's the team right there. That's the TikTok team. So just go join them.
So what Stank is saying, to a hot pile of shit that's just burning right now, just add a little bit of propane.
A little bit more.
Are you talking about the Kansas City Chiefs? Are you talking about
the ones
those
we broke?
Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah, the ones we broke. Yeah,
that are still a smoldering pile of shit after.
Then send OBJ over there, and then they can all do dances, and then
he's gonna go. He's gonna go where he can be a fucking under the spotlight. He doesn't care about winning. He doesn't.
What's the spotlight? What's a bigger spotlight than the Chiefs, bro?
The Chiefs. They would give him a little. He'd be able to do his dance and all that shit that you're talking about. But also, if he goes to Green Bay, I mean, Devontae's gonna get some double teams. I feel like he goes to Green Bay, he's more dangerous than if he went to the Saints. I hate to agree with Stank, the pale one, but he's actually kind of. I kind of agree with him.
Why am I pale again?
Like sending him to the Saints just makes a little bit more sense. Like, go down there. It's already a shit show. They're not making the playoffs. Fucking get out of our hair. If he goes to Green Bay,
no, not the Saints. Get him out of the NFC.
I know, but
I don't think you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, the context that I'm saying I want him to go to Green Bay is that I don't believe OBJ is going to be OBJ again.
We don't know.
I believe he's just going to cause headaches and ask for the ball and demand for the ball, and it's just.
But he'll get the ball in Green Bay because Devontae's
chemistry.
Devontae's going to get doubles. He's going to get the ball. He's probably going to have the most opportunity to get the ball if he goes to the Saints or to Green Bay and possibly, I guess, the Patriots. Apparently, he loves Bill Belichick and Bill wants him to. There's some weird fucking love thing going on there.
Mac Jones, bro.
No, it's not about Mac. It's about Bill.
He wasn't out there bitching. His dad put out that video. It's not like he was.
Oh, shut up! You don't think his dad? He had his dad put that video out there.
Dad's a pass through.
Donnie, does anything go through your camp without you saying yes or no?
He had that put out there. That's like pillow talk with your dad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like you tell your dad all your thoughts, what you're thinking, and like, Dad, if you lead this, I ain't gonna be mad.
I ain't gonna be mad at you.
They did that shit on purpose. That was a calculated move to make sure we got the fuck out of Cleveland. I get it, though. I don't want to be anywhere in that fucking dumb city either. I'm totally about it. Fuck that place. I never heard anyone say I want to go to Cleveland.
Wow.
Ever.
Cleveland hate.
I want to go to the Hall of Fame and visit it. What are you talking
Fuck
about?
that shit, dude. That building hasn't been updated in fucking centuries. Fuck that.
Got some good chili in that city though.
Nah, I
What?
can get chili anywhere else. Cut it out,
No.
man.
Or Cincinnati, I guess that's more the chili.
Oh, that's nasty chili too. That's that airline chili, whatever
that's
it's called.
Skyline chili.
Skyline
Cut
chili.
it
That
out.
shit's garbage. I heard. Ugh.
I thought, oh.
You guys know anything about this Washington football team we're facing? I feel like we could put Donnie out there right now in some sweats. He'd cover these wide receivers. I can't name a fucking wide receiver.
Essentially
on
the
this
same team we passed.
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
And
we
no
faced last
knock,
year.
no knock on you, Donnie. I'm not saying that you know. I'm just saying I could put you out there with no lead up. You take care of these wide receivers. That's actually an
Their
indictment on your
defense
skill.
Their defense is playing terrible.
Very bad.
Awful. I do know that. But they're
Yeah,
coming
they-
off the
they-
bye. They're coming off their bye too, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're playing bad. You know, they still have potential, but they're not playing up to their potential right now. So
Antonio Gibson's hurt. He's got a fractured shin. He can still play through it, but it's still fractured. Terry McLaurin goes as the quarterback goes. I mean, I'm not, it's Tyler Heineke, bro. I'm not, it's just,
You're not scared of Terry?
he's throwing on the ball. Come on,
Scary
man.
Terry.
scary Terry.
Like, come on. Like last year, I get it. It was cute, the little running around thing, like a little jitterbug. We weren't prepared. We prepared for Alex Smith. Donnie's talked about that. It's a quick change. When you prepare for one guy and all of a sudden it's another guy that's a lot more mobile, and you don't have your star linebacker out there that runs sideline to sideline, although Levante is that dude. I'm not saying he's not. It's just they caught you a little bit off guard until you kind of caught on. It was like, okay, well, wait. And then we shut that shit down. This year, going in prepared, with all the tape that they have on Heineke through 8 games, and they can't run the ball, I'm just not fucking scared, bro. It's like we're talking the same game that we were talking last week or 2 weeks ago with the Chicago. Like,
I agree.
they're not gonna be able to put up enough points to go tit for tat with us. They just can't.
Speaking of Levante, apparently Levante had a private conversation with Devin White about personal fouls.
Oh wow, he did. I didn't hear about that.
Yep. And so that leads me kind of to the next thing I was going to ask Donnie is in the bye week, coaches self-scout. They look at their film. They see if they've shown their tendencies, kind of showing their cards. Do players do anything like that? Do players meet up with each other and kind of, hey, go over guys like Levante talking to younger guys? What is going on there in terms of like steering the ship with penalties and self-scouting?
Leave me alone, bro.
Nothing like that.
Bye week, they gone. They gone on bye week. Now when they come back, they if they have the conversation before they left, or they can communicate a little bit during the bye week. But bye week is mostly for them to get away, for them to spend time with their family. They're not trying to get together with a bunch of guys and go on the boat or whatever. They just getting away. So if that conversation was had, it was either had before they left or when they were close to coming back.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm a little bit sick and tired of the Devin White hate I've been hearing right now. I mean, I listened to another Bucs podcast the other day, and they were shitting all over Devin White. I don't think he's playing as bad as people seem. Yes, he made an emotional mistake out there. It was stupid. He shouldn't have taunted the guy. I get it, but people are acting like this guy's having the worst season possible. I don't see it that way. I think teams are attacking us a little bit differently this year.
I'm upset too. I'm upset too with your stupid camera.
Yeah, well, you know what?
You look like you're on fire.
Your watch face.
Bro, listen,
Upset too.
I got a lot of light inside of me.
How do we have the same camera, the three of us? We have the same camera.
Zero issues.
Wait a minute, why y'all ain't sending me the camera? How everybody got the camera and I don't have it?
Donnie,
needs the
don't tell
camera.
me to send you the camera. We'll send you the camera. Don't
send it,
tell me to send you the camera. We'll
But
send you the camera.
my point is, I'm sick and tired of hearing about it, bro. This is a great player, and people are talking about like he's falling off. I don't see it that way.
Now is this is third year or what year is this for him?
This is his third year.
Third year, yeah.
Second or third?
Third.
Third.
year.
But
And
he's not
the
playing
issue
great
is-
though. He really isn't.
but the thing is, people who are commenting about that have no clue how to play sports.
True.
Have no clue how to. Yeah, I mean, and one of the issues may be that he set such a high standard for himself in his first 2 years that if you just drop a little bit, people are like, oh no, what's going on? This and that. Come on. It's people who have no idea about sports, not about football. His standard is just so high that if he drops a little bit, I mean, just an inkling of a little bit below that standard, people are going to assume that he's having a bad year. I mean, I don't think he's having a bad year. And he's not notorious for personal foul penalties. I mean, he had what, 1 or 2? I mean, it's just.
I think that's his first one all year.
Yeah,
Is that the first one?
I don't think.
mean,
I don't even think that's a knock on. I don't think that. I will say the one thing that I will complain about, if I'm going to complain about Devin White, is that this year, we aren't really seeing splash plays from him, and that's not to say he's not been in position to make the splash plays. He seems to be going too fast. He seems to be overrunning. He just seems to be like he's just out there going crazy, as opposed to just like slowing down a slight bit to make sure that the plays are, because he's been in position. He's knocked down some passes. He's gotten after the quarterback, but he doesn't finish it. And it seems like he's just going a little too fast. And I don't know what to say to that. I'm not a football player.
He's not the only one not finishing, by the way.
I agree.
We're on pace right now to be.
But he's Devin White.
10 sacks behind where we were last year.
But he's Devin White. He's the middle linebacker. He's the leader on this defense. He's the guy that's, supposed to be the next version of Ray Lewis, right? We've talked about it. And maybe he set that bar so fucking high with everything he did in the playoffs when he finally came back, like Donnie said. But it's interesting to see what Donnie thinks about a guy who's just running all over the field, his hair on fire, but isn't, like, he looks like he needs to slow down.
Control.
Yeah.
In control.
And I mean, and again, that's hard for me to comment on because I can't watch the film. I can't see the coaches' clips. I can't, see the game plan of what they're doing. Some of that could be offensive too. Offenses know where he's at. They ID him on the field. They could be designing plays that either go away from him or where he can't be, affecting the play. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that go into why we feel as outsiders, and I say outsiders because we're not in the building, why everybody feel as outsider that he's not making the plays, the splash plays, or the plays he made last year. I mean, he could be. It could be a scheme thing. It could be offenses out scheming them a little bit. It could be a lot of different factors into that.
I ain't no outsider, Donnie. I'm an insider. I'm an insider, man.
You're not in the building every day.
Everyone on this show is an insider. No, we are all inside. This is an insider podcast. This is an insider podcast, sir.
Stank has no phone numbers. No, none.
Knows nobody.
Look at the pain behind his eyes. Nobody.
I don't want him.
Yeah, they wouldn't answer you anyway, man.
They wouldn't answer you.
Hey, this is Stank Bastard. They're like, well, okay, guy, block.
They're gonna be like, prank phone call, hang up.
Exactly. He said so weird. While me and Sammer send exquisite, beautiful pictures of our meat and food, he would send some weird picture of his like barefoot. What? Delete.
Yeah, nobody wants.
Hey, Todd Bowles, check out these feet.
Yeah.
Hang out with that.
So bad.
Best feet in the game, Todd Bowles.
Right, exactly.
What you talking? You like quick feet? Look at these feet.
Right.
Look at these.
I have my 5 fingers on, my 5-finger shoes on, out there doing drills.
My God.
Oh, man.
Hey, Donnie's supposed to run us through some drills. I forgot about that. We gotta do that, Donnie.
I forgot. I'm waiting on y'all. Y'all let me know. I'm ready.
Oh, this is a challenge.
I don't have to do the drills. Y'all got to do them.
That sounds spicy. You got to show us.
You got to do the drills with us, Donnie.
You got to show us what we're doing.
I can demonstrate the drills.
In slow motion.
Exactly.
He's gonna come out there with an iPad of like him doing the drills from like 1998. Like, this is what we're gonna do now.
This is what you're gonna do. Oh yeah, I'm waiting on that. I got my ladders, I got all my hurdles, I got all my stuff.
I forgot. I gotta start taking.
I can run you in the ground a little bit.
I gotta start taking my fish oil again, bro. I gotta limber up.
Are you telling us you're gonna have us barf? You're gonna have us barfing out there, Donnie?
Yes,
for sure, dude. You are puking. He already told you that. It's happening.
Absolutely.
I mean, not me personally, but yeah, my representative will be puking.
Sam, you're not having a representative do it. You're going to do it.
Representative? No, you.
I'm done with the shit.
I have a stunt double. I have a stunt double, Donnie.
No, dude. Get out there in your tight.
Again. What's wrong with your camera?
I don't know, bro.
Turn off the autofocus, man. It's frustrating.
I did, and it still got white on me.
Dude.
I'm telling you, bro, there's a ghost in here.
He must be a mutant, so like his light flares up, his fire, and then it fucks up the fucking thing. Listen, we don't get to talk to Donnie.
Wouldn't be first time I got called.
Leading up to the rest of this week, right? So we're gonna have to get Donnie's score prediction. What Donnie thinks is gonna happen, right? Donnie, give me some stat lines. Give me something here, man. What am I gonna expect on Sunday at 1:00 while I'm enjoying my wings?
I mean, TB12 gonna come back with a vengeance. He's gonna throw about four touchdowns. I mean, they're going to beat them handily. I mean, I'm looking at it being like a 20-point game, probably more than that. So it's probably going to be anywhere from 31 and above to 14. Washington's not going to score much. I mean, they're going to go. I think the Bucs are going to come out and try to make a statement because their last game they were embarrassed, like you said. They lost. and they lost a divisional game to the Saints. So they're gonna come back. You know, people have been talking about Todd Bowles and the defense a little bit. Oh, they're not the same. They're not this and that. So I think these guys are gonna come back and they're gonna be ready to play. So it's gonna be a blowout.
No chance they're going to overlook these guys, right? No chance.
No chance.
They have 2 weeks to focus on this one team. I don't think anybody's getting overlooked.
Well, I think last week also showed them, if you're, take any team lightly, the Rams, for instance, everybody.
We talk about last week. Last week,
Cowboys,
Buffalo Bills.
the Cowboys.
Last week was a good week for the Bucs.
I was going to say last week was perfect. Like all NFC teams lost. The only one that won was Arizona. That's fine, but fuck the Saints, they lost. The Rams lost.
Green Bay lost.
Green Bay
Cowboys,
lost.
Cowboys had their asses handed to them by a fucking Bronco team that just gave up their best fucking player.
That's what Donnie's saying. Any given Sunday, you better come out there with your best game.
Stop with the PTSD. We're not losing the one.
I was just saying what Donnie said.
That week, I think, magnified that point for the Bucs in their bye week. They're like, all right, we're not going to overlook anybody.
Yeah, they're going to be ready. Anytime you can go into the bye week, getting healthy, and come back, and now you're not leading the division, that's a bonus. So I mean, they're gonna be ready to go. They're gonna be locked and loaded. They're gonna be focused. They're gonna try to do exactly what they did last year when they came out of that bye week. They're gonna try to do the exact thing. Run the table.
8-0. Let's go.
8-0 going into the playoffs.
For some reason, I'm feeling a Rojo game. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I'm just feeling a Rojo game. We'll see.
Really?
Big game from Rojo.
No, I feel you. I feel you. But if Godwin doesn't play, I'm really feeling, figuratively and literally, Johnson in the slot. I mean, Johnson just goes right in the slot. Did you see what he did against the Saints in the slot?
Dude, nobody goes harder in the slot
arms
against the Saints.
Just giving out stiffies in the slot.
Just stiffies. Dude, if Godwin doesn't play, I agree with you. I think the player of the game, the focus, the most erect freaking stat line is going to be Johnson in the slot. I mean, he's going to swell with I see 2 touchdowns, honestly. He's going to explode. You know how they always talk about explosives? TJ's coming with explosives. Johnson in the slot, explosives all over that field. No joke. If Godwin doesn't play, I see 2 touchdowns for
if you think about it,
TJ money.
You know what a side effect of Johnson in the slot is juicy. I think Juice might get loose a little bit.
Fuck that guy. He doesn't. I forgot he even played for this team.
What?
I forgot he even played for this team.
He had a big game 2 games ago. What are you talking about, bro? What?
Big game?
Yes. He had like 7 catches and 90 yards or 80 yards. Did he not, Sammer?
That's all right.
He stiff armed the shit out of somebody. He was freaking beast mode out there.
He made his first physical play as a Buck. Yep.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And don't forget about Scotty Miller too. Now,
I never
receiver
forget
one.
Never forget about Scotty.
I don't think Scotty plays this week, guys. I think he's back in practice and everything, but I don't think they're going to rush him back because that guy's kind of made of glass a little bit. So I think they're going to let him rest.
You know that with that 21-day window, if he doesn't play this week, he has to play on Monday Night Football against the Giants, or he's out for the year.
That's fine. That's cool. Bring him out. Bring him out on Monday. I want to fucking embarrass the Giants. I don't know why.
Guys, in 2 weeks, we're going to be in Raymond James on Monday Night Football together, rubbing shoulders.
Donnie, bro, you got to come out. You got to come out with us to a game, man.
What do you mean?
Hey, Donnie, when are you coming to the game with us, bro?
Come on, man.
I don't know.
We got an extra ticket.
Monday Night Football, you're coming with us to the game.
You're coming with us, man. We got an extra ticket. Come on. Listen, it's club, bro. It's club. Sammer will not go somewhere with us. Not a bidet. Without a bidet. We got a bidet.
Club, bro.
Beautiful.
You don't got to use toilet paper. They got bidets in East Club. I'm telling you, Donnie, this is fucking pristine.
Sammy, you need to up your game and get a suite, man.
Next season.
Get a suite out there.
Next season, we're getting a suite.
Hold on. You just big time us? Hold on.
Donnie just said, I'm not impressed with your club seat. He was like, club? What the fuck?
He just said, give me a suite, and then I'll show up.
Yeah, your boy Dexter Jackson was sitting next to us, man. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Club. You know what
I mean?
Right there, I'm talking about me. I ain't worried about Dexter. We need a suite.
That's the Super Bowl MVP, sir. That was Super Bowl MVP, Dexter Jackson.
I love it.
No, you're coming out Monday night, the Giants game. You're hanging with us. We're going to have victory fucking pretzels on the way out. It's going to be phenomenal. And drinks are on us.
Not eating victory pretzels.
No, victory pretzels win or lose, man. Win or lose.
And
we're
it's actually
the Giants.
I think it's actually perfect because Gio can't go to that game, Stan.
It's perfect. Hey, Donnie, no joke. You're coming. I know you got the diet thing going on. Fuck all that shit. By Monday, you'll be fine. You're coming out next Monday.
You on a diet, Donnie? You're on a diet?
Wait a minute. Now you done got them started now.
No, it's a health thing, guys. Not a weight loss thing.
Tamer, send the car. We got a private car. Send the car. We're done.
Oh,
that's it.
I'll send a helicopter. Whatever we got to do to get Donnie in the fucking game, we'll do it.
Get you here by Camelback.
Helicopter in the suite. I like.
We'll have you. We'll have you fucking parachute in. We'll have you parachute in at the
helicopter in the suite.
And we're gonna parachute you down on the fucking on the flag at the 50-yard line, and then we'll walk you up to the suite. It's perfect. It's happening. We're not taking no for an answer, Donnie.
You hear the PA announcer right now. Donnie Abraham coming down at the 50-yard line, parachuting in.
I mean, at that point, bro, you gotta just put on a gold jacket, right? I mean, they're gonna have to put your name in the fucking rafters, everything.
By the way,
come down the parachute. That's when I'm gonna have to use my twin, my double.
the double. By the way, shout out to the guy that was at our watch party at the Halloween watch party. That had a lot of phenomenal crisp cold beer. They kept grabbing the DJ microphone and saying "First down, Tampa." I was like, "This." I feel like I'm Raymond James. I don't know who he was. I have no idea.
He did a good job, but it was kind of annoying when we were losing. It was annoying. But listen, Donnie, you could always compete with Rondé, and I know you guys got little things. You guys take jabs at each other, but you could just send him a text like, "Hey, man, have you ever parachuted down under Raymond James and then also sat with the loose cannons during an entire game?" No, he hasn't.
Never did it.
You'll have that on him.
Rondé's also, but Rondo's gonna be like, "I've never actually sat in the seat. I'm always in the suite."
Exactly. He's always in the suite.
He's like, "Where are you right now?"
What? Donnie did not look impressed. He's like,
"Donnie, come on."
I call him and he'd be like, "You in club seat? What? Come on."
What? Everybody knows.
Oh man, I'll get you in the suite.
I'm up in the Glazer suite. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know it damn well that if you're in a suite, you're disconnected from the game. Come on,
bro. No, you're not.
You got to rub elbows with the fans.
Yeah, with the fans.
The suites have their outdoor seating.
Donnie,
no, it's not the same.
With you. I sat in the suite. I agree with you, man. Fuck you guys. They're always like, "I want to sit." I'm like, "Fuck, I don't want to sit in this little sweaty dude. I can open up the suite windows, bro."
No, I want to smell the field. I want to smell the field, man.
You can smell the field. You can open up the window and go sit out there.
No, Donnie, listen, you're not fucking saying no.
Y'all get the suite, I'm there.
Donnie, every time I look back at people in the suite, they're not even watching the game.
They're not watching the game.
I was watching it, Donnie, and you know what else is beautiful about the suites? Is the damn waiters, man. I went with my boy, and they were like, "What would you like?" And I'm like, "Let me get a Michelob Ultra." And my boy just stared at me. He's like, "That's it."
You guys need shit. You guys need wait. I'll bring my guys.
Let me finish. I'm like, "Let me get a Mick Ultra." My boy looks at me. He's like, "That's it?" I was like, "Yeah, that's it." What up? Like, that's it. He's like, "All right, man. Listen, let me get 2 shots of this. Let me get a Crown. And let me get a Mick Ultra." I was like, "Wait, you can multiple order?" He's like, "Yeah, bitch, it's a fucking suite." I was like, "Hey, come back, bro. I need this. Came back, boom. I'm like,
damn. And you don't have to get up in the suite. They bring everything to you.
Amazing.
Donnie, listen, man. We'll bring you to the club. I'll bring my people with me. I'll have them get you whatever the fuck you want. Don't worry about it.
This is really easy. Do I need to call my people? Hey, Darcy. Do I need? You guys got phone numbers, so do I. All right, me and Darcy.
He pulled the card. He has the number.
Listen, I'm there with a helicopter, suite, parachute in. Bam, I'm there.
Bam, he's in.
That's it. It's like a fucking negotiation as you're holding up a fucking bank. This is all I need.
Donnie was his own agent, bro. What you mean? He's
got a hostage situation on our hands.
Oh, and I forgot the name in the ring of honor. My bad.
Oh, we gotta get
I'm saying you come down on parachute. They don't have a choice, right? They don't have a choice.
There's an empty space up there.
I'm about to say there's an empty space now.
I'll be a substitution, I'll substitute.
Hey, you want to start that movement? We will start that fucking movement. You want
Let's get it going.
Let's do it. The Ring of Honor. Don't make me start.
Hashtag
Donnie ROH.
Would be well deserved.
Do you want to say Donnie Iceman Abraham up there, or you want to say Donnie Abraham? You want to be professional?
It don't matter. If it's up there, I'm good with anything. But it got to be professional.
Got to be professional.
Donnie Abraham.
You guys think? Listen, we've fucked around with the idea of a Loose Cannons Hall of Fame, right? Obviously, Jake Arians, Loose Cannons Hall of Fame, right?
Paige DeMarcos, done.
Right.
Carmi V, done.
Yeah, but I think it's time that we all agree. Donnie Abraham, Loose Cannons Hall of Famer.
He's Loose Cannons.
Can we get a shirt, Sammer?
We can
get a banner.
I like it.
We'll get a bust. We'll put the bust behind me right here. Fuck it.
Can I get a
We
light and a
definitely
microphone?
need an Iceman shirt, bro. Like I have to
Yeah.
get an Iceman shirt. The
That's-
fact that hasn't happened yet, I'm honestly a little bit disappointed.
I'm trying not to
But I am
sell
the idea
things
guy.
that use his
No,
likeness.
we're not selling.
That's
This is
fucked
actually
up.
exclusive. That's a short run right there. That's exclusive. That's for the Abraham family and us. That's it.
Well, we do. Hey,
It,
look,
it could be the loose cannons on there with some icicles coming from it or something, you know.
Oh, I love it, bro.
I love the
we
idea.
got a new idea guy now. I
Nice.
think we got a new idea guy.
When are we
No,
making this Hall of Fame
I'm
show?
the
that
one
we
who
send to our
started this.
guests?
Yeah.
I like that, man. I like that. We gotta hook him up with a new setup too. So he's got to look better than Stank.
I gotta get me set up right. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see your jerseys in the background glowing with some lighting. That's what we need.
I can get my footballs glowing.
Yes.
Those two.
I got a light for that. I can turn those on.
All right. So Donnie gave us a fucking Samar Ali score prediction, 56-3. Right? That's what I heard. Is that correct? 56-3. We're gonna drop a 50 burger finally. About fucking
like it.
time.
I like it. We dropped the 50
Overdue.
burger this year. Already have one?
No, 45.
No, not
45.
yet. Everyone out there,
We do for a 50 burger.
check out our sponsors. Not Loose Cannons. For the Bay Clothing.
No, loose cannons travel. Hello.
Check out
Cannons
Loose Cannons
Travel.
Travel. Yep. You can still get
Atlanta,
the
baby.
Atlanta trip. You can do some 2-payment plan available, and just send us a little message on there. There's a button walks you all through it. Check out our friends at For the Bay Clothing Co. They are awesome with their shit. This is one of their hats. They have a matching shirt. They have some new gear that they came out with this season. They're awesome, and they're always going to be at our watch parties, of course. And check out Sauce and Wings. Find them on Instagram and Twitter. They announce wherever they're going to be. They're also going to be at our watch parties throughout the rest of this season, and we do have 3 of those coming. We have a big announcement coming soon, too, guys. We have a pretty
Huge announcement.
cool announcement coming soon. May involve some... Can I tell them? Can I say it?
I think.
Nope. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm a tease.
Let them edge a little bit.
He said no tea.
Edge
There
a
might
little
be a
bit.
beverage that might have our name on it.
Mhm.
That's all we're going to say.
Like it.
Hashtag blue cheese beer.
No, it's definitely not that, guys. No.
What?
No.
Disgusting.
Cut it out.
Excuse me?
Who
All right.
would even come up with that
Smash
stupid
the
idea?
subscribe
That's such a
button, hit
horrible
that
idea.
like button. Let us know if you also agree with Donnie Abraham, the Ring of Honor.